Just got another early War 1812-ish target. It is a brass clip that went on the bayonet frog. You can see that it was riveted right there. Dug many of these things out of this site. It's a fun thing to dig. One of my favorite targets. Targets are slowing down, but I did manage a little slightly convex cuff button. Plain, nothing on it, but hey, I love digging buttons, so. Had to clean this one off a little bit. I couldn't figure out what it was. It was so crudted, but it's an early pewter 4-hole button. But it has an interesting pattern on the front of it, like it's crossed. But that's what it is. Here's a fun one here. Dug the hole, and you can see it sticking in the dirt right there. Let's have a little look at it. Let's see what it is. It's a larger size. Probably just going to be plain. Awful big. Hold on, I have to look at it. Yeah, I think that's just a plain coat size flat button. But that was been there for 200 years, just sitting there waiting for me. An interesting button. It might be a US coat, but I doubt it. It's flat and plain. But why on earth did a soldier cut a notch out of it? It looks like it's plain coat pewter. Same size as all the US and script eyes. You find these intermixed with script eyes and US pewter coats. Interesting. It's tough to see it, but I just dug another, get the thing in focus here, another artillery button, little cuff. Probably a Corps artillery. Kind of see it. That's the eagle right there with the cannon right there. I just moved over to where mostly Civil War artifacts come out, and that is a base to a .58 caliber mini ball that a soldier cut. When I made the statement earlier that, and I've been digging in that little area right there, digging all those War of 1812 buttons, I said we're sitting on 2 or 3 feet of solid barracks material. And this is what I mean by that. There's the edge. There's all solid looking dirt with stuff in it. Now I've dug buttons on the face of this. You get down 2.5 feet and you hit a layer of brick and ash and bone and early ceramics, lots of food bones in here. That's what I'm saying. Now if you take that area right over to there, is a good 30, 40 feet by 100 feet. Think of the artifacts that are stuck in that matrix. Unreal. Not 5 minutes later, out comes another big button. It probably has a pattern on it. It's of the right size and style. Oh my, it is a, I think that's a big eagle R coat button. Big flat eagle. It probably has an R in the chest. I'll have to clean it up carefully later. So I'm hunting in the barracks site again today, and they've moved some soil here, and you can see it's kind of black and full of gravel from different construction. And now pops this little guy. It's a little cut real. You kind of see the H right there. And then a second ago, I dug an eagle button from a total different time period, but it's a military button nonetheless. Lots of fun. Just dug a, what probably is a tomback, but maybe not. It's a flat button. Got a strange patina on it, almost like black. Anyway, till next time. Just dug another little flat button. Couldn't have been more than 2 feet from the other one. There's the back of it. It's the right size and shape for a military button. Let me clean it off a little bit. Well, I'll have to clean this one up later. It might just be a plain nondescript cuff, but who knows? Coming out of the military site here, you just never know. There could be something on it. Somewhat of a neat piece that came out of the barracks site. Now, this site dates back to 1803, but it is a Dutch oven or a flat skillet. There's one of the legs that the vessel would have sat on. Quite a few of these pieces came out of the trash pits from around War of 1812 and a little bit beyond. So you can see where I just dug, and there's a nice flat green patina piece of dirt. And out of that, it's going to need a little bit of cleaning, but you can kind of see the artillery button that just came out of the ground. No shank, but it's a sweet little button. Till next time. Man, I'm really doing well in the rain, in this mud. Here is a coat size rifleman button. It'll say rifle right in the center of the bugle. I can't believe it. I can't, yeah, there it is. Nice shank and everything. Pretty button. Came right out of that little spot right there. These are the kind of days that I love. So I just dug, not 2 minutes ago, not even 30 seconds ago, that Civil War button. And then right there, not 8 inches over, I dig another rifle coat button. Awesome day. I just dug another button. It's pewter. It reminds me of a lot of the British buttons that come out of here. In the way it's constructed, with the sort of the high hump on the back. Would have had a copper wire in it, but I'll have to clean it up later. Hold on. Yeah, I just can't see anything on it. That might have been a British 41st, but tough to say. Anyway, just dug a little flattened eagle button. It's seen better days, but it's Civil War period. This fort had troops from 1803 to 1890s. So you find anything from pre-war of 1812 to Indian Wars and almost Spanish-American. Man, I'm hitting all the time periods today. Just dug this little guy here, and it's a greatcoat, U.S. Greatcoat button, 1830s, I believe, maybe late 1820s. I can't remember. Nice one. Just dug a nice big 69 or 70 caliber musket ball. Pretty shape, coming out of that rock hard ground. Just dug a mystery item. I think it's a button. I don't see any evidence of a shank, but it's way too thin. It's about the size of a penny, but it's way too thin for a penny. Maybe it's a little token. Things slowed down a little bit. I have not been able to find something for the last, 20 minutes, which I'm not complaining. It's been a good day, but I had to come back in this area right here. You can see all the muddy footprints and dig marks. Really early ceramics sitting right there on the top. And then I found a greatcoat button, another one. It's always a good time. If I had the time, I would trench the living crap out of this area, but there is no time. But out comes another big 70 caliber musket ball. This dirt is just old stuff from the barracks. It's just really beautiful dirt. Lots of stuff in it. Like I said, this little tiny area here is just loaded with artifacts from pre-war of 1812 through the Civil War. Targets have been sort of slow as of late, but it did just dig a nice little cuff button. out of that good old dirt. Walked literally 30 seconds away from that little cuff button and dug a Civil War artifact. This is what's left of a knapsack J-hook. You can see the little ring around that tip. That's where the button part of it went. But that's what that is. Now I'm really slowing down in this area. You can see that same area where the ceramics was, or is. Slowing really down and digging the iffy signals now. This little area right here was just loaded with buttons all morning and musket balls, and there was another musket ball. Yeah, you really got to slow down. Not that I don't, but there is a tomback button, a little tomback cuff. It's in this soil. It treats these things like crap. They don't really come out shiny, silvery like you would in a farm field, but that's what it is. Again, it's only in the same little area. There's still those ceramics right there. There's stuff in here. I'll tell you, the amount of iron in this site is just incredible. I mean, there's millions and millions of nails in here, just millions. And I'm sitting on probably 2 or 3 feet of soil right here. If I had the time, I bet there are thousands of buttons in this little area. You can see where it steps down right over there, but we're sitting on about 3 feet of original fill soil from the barracks, and I don't see a bottom to it, and holy shit, there's probably a lot of stuff in here. Targets are slowing down a little bit, but I just dug this in the same soil the rest of the early buttons. I've been told that these are brass rings for cloth buttons. It's old, has a lot of patina on it, and it's round. It's got a cross section that's round, so I think that's what that is. As I said before, the tombacks that come out of here are pretty rough, but that's what that is, a big old tomback.